All right. How's it going, YouTube? Let's get started. Today, what I want to do is do a tree line, sort of a tree line on next to a river or some sort of stream, and I'm painting it on a 11 by 14 inches canvas board, as you can see here. So let's go. You know what? I'm gonna paint it vertical, just because I can. Okay. So, just a second. A little bit of oil and. Well, let's go for it. So, I like to start my backgrounds, many of my, outlines or base tones, or however you call them. I just like to call them outlines. I like to start it with some sort of violet, and the reason I like to do this is because I like to paint. A lot of my paintings are in the morning, or morning scenes, and it's because I believe that colors are very bright, vibrant during that time. So the purples and the violets, they really, they're those cool colors, those early colors, and that's why I like to use them. So it kind of gives me a nice, tone, I guess. And as I mentioned before, my style, or the way I paint, however you describe, it's really very simple. It's very intuitive. I don't try to. Long are the days where long gone, thank God. It's wood, knock on wood. Where I get frustrated about painting. Now I try to enjoy painting as best as possible, just because it's, why not? Don't get so frustrated with your style or this or that. Just, for those painters that are listening, just practice whatever it is that you do. Don't get frustrated, and if you do, well, I guess you have to go through that. So one of the reasons, I guess the main reason I became an artist, it's because the joy I felt when I painted, and the joy I saw in people's faces when I painted, and when they saw painting, or they purchased a painting, a gift a painting, whatever it was, if they were in front of a painting. This unbelievable joy. I don't even know what the thing is. A lot of people talk about that, it's because of this, it's because of that. Really, I don't know. What I do know is that it's there, and it's a good thing. So why not keep doing it, right? All right. So I like to keep my stuff a bit on the abstract, and work in, rather than try to do it. I don't know. Like I mentioned in other videos, step by step. This realism or whatever, and certainly this is not necessarily a how-to. I want to make some of those videos for you guys out there. It's kind of just a painting session of me. But I definitely want to prepare some videos where I show you what colors I'm mixing and whatnot. Some people like that, and I'd be certainly happy to share that. For those of you who want it. I love the free flow of Impressionism. It makes me very. It looks like you're all over the place, but you're not. You're very much in control. And this is one of the things, the characteristics I like about impressionistic type of work, you know. And of course, there's different types of impressionism, right? You have the feathering, and then you have, you know, this is more of a modernist bold brush. And there's my dog. So, let's see here. There we go. There better be someone in the door, good boy. He always barks at the door. I think it's the cats. There we go. All right. All right, all right. And there it goes. See, I kind of go back, but it's like I mentioned, it's very intuitive. It's not necessarily you know, there's this blue that needs to go here because that's the way. And most of my subjects, pretty much, yeah, most of them, are a result of studies and sketches and, you know, charcoal sketches that I do. And a lot of them are also plein air, where I'm painting. It's just a fancy word for painting outside in the outdoors. But we're not gonna get fancy here because I'm not like that. I'm not about them fancy words. All right. So depending on the day, if I would be painting this outside, sometimes the reflection, this is going to be the reflection. Sometimes it would be darker, depending on the lighting. Sometimes it would be more vibrant. Sometimes lighter. Who knows? You know, it's just it's so different every time. You know, the atmosphere, the light that it creates is so different. So right now I'm basing it out of just pure practice and memory. Okay, but you know, one of the things I liked painting most when I was a kid was water. When I started painting water and clouds, I don't know. There's something about them, especially because I started getting into Impressionism at a very early age. I saw how fleeting those two elements or things were. You know, the clouds. Well, we all know they're there and then they're gone. And water. I forgot what philosophers said. You know, it's always changing. You never step in the same river twice, something like that. So it looks like a single body, but it's never the same. It's always changing. And that's one of the things I like about painting water. I guess I have to invest in better brushes. This happens every now and then when I buy these little brushes. Let's keep going with this one. Here we don't encourage cheap materials, but if you do get some, it's all right. It happens every now and then. I love that. I love it. See that? Not everything is perfect. Not even the brushes. Oh man, that's too funny. Especially in a video, you know, that kind of stuff happens to me like on a not a daily basis, of course, but on a regular basis it happens, and but I never thought it was gonna happen in the video. That's too funny. All right. So when I make tree trunks, or it's a lot of my stuff is based, like I mentioned, with a lot of practice from drawing real life. So when I go into the studio, I have no problem searching back in the back of my mind for that kind of, for that data, just because it's been drilled and rehearsed. And like I mentioned before, I don't necessarily like to keep like a way of doing it, a mechanical way of doing it. I would hate for my work to turn into that, and I'm always changing it. For those of you who have followed me before on eBay or somewhere else, I like to change my technique. I like to change my style, not for the sake of changing it, but because I like to keep myself fresh. And one way of keeping myself fresh is to constantly constantly practice something different, something that makes me a little nervous, something that I haven't done, and kind of pushing those boundaries of fear. For example, I didn't like painting with palette knife, and now I paint a lot with palette knife. I'll be doing some videos of that. I just didn't like it at all. I thought it was just not the way to paint or whatever. And I got into it. I use it to clean my palette here. And I discovered ways of painting that I would have never had I not just, try something else. And, some people don't like that. Some people are like, oh, that's not, artistic or blah, 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 whatever. I'm not in it to, to find my meaning from others. I'm in it because I love it, and I'm trying to find that place, that almost, Zen place in painting, and I'm not, concerned with styles or this or that kind of thing. I do love Impressionist work, but whatever gets me there, and I mean, whatever, if it's abstract, if it's whatever gets me to that place where I've finished the painting, or I've shared the message, or whatever it is. So, I believe that there you have it. This is a tree line next to a river. I hope you enjoyed it, because I did. Till next time.